Greetings, everyone. It is the Tonic Man, and I guess this will be the last time we speak in 2024. That's right. A new year is just around the corner, so Merry Christmas to everybody. Happy Hanukkah. Happy New Year. I'll be around, not to worry. Anybody need me, just give a call. But this will be the last of the conference calls for this year, and I wanted it to be a very special one, and it is indeed. Can you imagine? We have a guest who has been drinking my dad's preparation, as he calls it, for 40 years. Holy smokes, 40 years. So that is really a milestone. And what the best news of this is when you hear what she has to say, you're going to be just amazed. And she looks at least 20 years younger, but there was a fellow that stopped her on the street not long ago and hit on her, and he thought she was 50. Wait till you hear her story. Oh, this is a great one. And we can all be like that. As a matter of fact, I just turned 87. I don't know if the girls are going to hit on me that are 20 years younger than me or 40 years younger than me, but I do look somewhat younger than my 87. And as I told my wife and my two daughters when they took me out for a beautiful dinner when I turned 80, I said, I have a very special announcement, and they all dropped their forks and said, what is it? I said, well, I'm only going to do this until I'm 100, then I'm going to retire. So, folks, I only have 13 more years, so let's get rolling. We have a mission. This is a health crusade, not just to keep ladies like the one you will be hearing looking younger, feeling younger, being younger, but also let's get all the ones that are not there and have gone overboard with all the health issues that we're talking and reading and hearing about in America in particular and in the rest of the world. You know, we called our company Jurak Worldwide for a reason. I really thought that at one point we're going to get the world flocking to our door to drink this youth solution. It is really an elixir that will keep you young. But it's a hard sell, isn't it, to explain to somebody that it'll keep you young. But you cannot argue when you look at a person, and of course we also have a video of Martha, and we're going to publish that, send it out with our newsletter next week with this call, along with the video of Martha. And you will see at her age how great she looks. And that's the same story with many, many other people that I speak with who have been drinking this for 20, 30, and so numbers of years. They all look appreciably younger, much younger in some cases. They all no longer go to doctors, or very seldom. They all no longer get a cold. There was one fellow, I think he's in his high 80s now. He said he remarried after his wife died after a few years. And boy, oh boy, is he happy drinking the tonic. He has so much energy. Well, that's what you need when you're starting to be in your sunset years. You need some energy. You got to have that smile on your face. And this is going to do it. Folks, it is a miraculous preparation, as my dad called it. We call it JC Tonic, the youth solution. So tighten your seat belt, sit back, relax, and have a listen. Well, Martha, this has been a long, long time that I've wanted to get you on a call because you have such a great story. Look, it's
Thanks.
what is it? 40 years you've been
Yes,
drinking this
40
stuff?
years. Yes, 40
Huh?
years. Yes, 40 years. Religiously.
Look, I just turned 87 a couple of days
I
ago.
know. You don't look a day over 70.
Oh, give me a break. If I don't look a day over 70, then I'm going to go on the air and tell people I'm 87 and hope that it gives them a message.
Absolutely. But look at your skin.
I
Have you
know.
seen people that are 87 is like crinkly prunes? Yours is
That's
not
right.
pruned at all.
That's right.
And neither is mine.
I know. And when you told me that fellow hit on you on the street there and thought you
Oh,
were
yeah, I
50,
have it happen quite often, actually.
oh, you got to tell
Yeah.
that. You got to tell
I
that
had one.
story.
I have one that we were having, it was a group of us, and he says, Martha, I don't know what it is about you, but you just got this light, and I can't help myself. I just have to flirt with you. I said, well, flirt all you want. I
Oh,
said, I love it.
and he was much younger.
Yeah, he was. Well, I don't know. I really don't know his age, but we probably looked the same age. I
Well, I
don't
told
do the digits. I don't like to tell them because people get their panties in a wad about the digits, and it has nothing to do with the digits. It's
well,
all about the way you
uh,
act,
yeah, the spirit.
the spirit, yes, and it's upbeat, and it's you want to stay that way and stay happy, happy.
Well, when you told me that this fella hit on you down in the middle of Manhattan in the street somewhere, and I tell that to everybody, and I say, and so this lady was hit on, and she said, "Do you know, young man, how old I am?" And he said, "Yeah, about 50." And I told her, I said to everybody, I told her, I hope you gave him a hug because look, what are you? You're a little over 70,
I'm 75, actually.
75 now.
Yes, but nobody believes it. And that's what I told him. It was a cab driver. And he was a really nice guy, and he was young. He's just been in the city for a couple of years. And and he asked me, and I said, I really don't like to tell my digits. I said, it really is not that important. And I said, besides, you won't believe me anyway. And so he kept on at me. I said, oh, okay. I'm 75. He said, oh, no, you're not. I said, I told you wouldn't believe me. I
Isn't
tell the truth.
that is so great?
I said, I'm so fortunate. And I am. I get 58 at the oldest, and I've gotten, and the other day, someone thought I was 51. And
Wow,
I just keep
Martha.
my mouth shut. I just keep it shut.
Absolutely. I get sometimes late 60s when I'm really rested, but never much more than 70. And I know it's the tonic that did it
I know
because
too.
well, yeah, you know too. And it's so hard to convince people, and they only will believe it when they're 50 and they look 75.
Right. True. Well, the thing is, the tonic allows your mind to help the spirit embrace what the tonic does to you on the outside. It has, because you're that way on the inside. So it comes out on the outside. But one real big key here is consistency. I noticed I was on that call the other night, and I was like trying to bite my tongue. But that's what I noticed, that they stop it and then they start it. You can't do that. You're not going to get, it's good. You can do it, and you'll still get some good benefits, but you must keep it up. I
Well,
have,
they stopped when they felt really good, and then
yeah,
it took maybe three,
I
four,
know. And
five
I said,
years.
you idiot.
Yeah, it took them a few years before they started to get falling apart again.
Isn't that something? I know. It's amazing. Your dad was brilliant. So
There's something about this. Did you hear that call, Marcia, who said she had colon cancer surgery? Did you hear that call? And at the end of the call, she said, "My family and I call it the Jesus Christ tonic water." And I
no,
thought, oh, and I've told a few people, and so many other people are saying that
uh,
because it's miraculous in some cases. It's just
it is.
miraculous.
I know. Well, I have gotten quite a few people on it. I know in the very early days of me being in New York, there was a woman, her name was Nina, and she was in the same building, and she broke out in horrible sores in her mouth. And she had tried everything, and so I convinced her to try it. And it cleared it up within 2 days, and she ordered for a long time. I don't know where she is now, but she was totally convinced because it did do it,
That was from years ago.
years ago.
Yeah,
I've been here for 33 years. So it was that long ago.
So you started, more than 33 years ago, you started.
Yeah, I started 40 years ago. Yes.
Yeah. So that's the key to keep people drinking it, and only by showing videos of people like yourself, who is now 75, and
Right.
and never
I hate hearing that.
Oh, you hate that. It's really 57, isn't it?
Yes, exactly. That's good for me. 57. That's good. Turn them around.
On the call we did the other time, you were referring to the lady, Ruthie, who we have a photo of her at 58 and she's 85. And it should be the other way around because
I know.
Oh my God, that's really, really a powerful set of photos. So we need your before and after photo, because your before and after photo is going to be the same thing. Yes. That's right. That's exactly right. Oh Lordy,
it's so crazy. I know you do need that. It's true, and I've got plenty of them.
Yeah.
So I mean, I can't say enough good things about it. Another thing that I gave it to my children. My kids started it, pretty early, and they stayed on it. Well, the girls, one of them that played soccer here in New York, she, when she was 10, 11, 12, 13, something like that, she would always have all this energy. She would last through the entire game. And I had two different parents ask me 2 different occasions, what is it about Daisy? She's just gets through the whole game. My daughter is just exhausted. And so I told her, I know that's what it is, because Daisy was very consistent. She would not she would take it before the game. She may have taken it after. She did it all on her own pretty much. And then at night, she knew instinctively, because I didn't really think about it, if she takes it right before she goes to bed, then she'll go to sleep. But if she doesn't, she's wide awake. So I heard you say that on the call the other night, on that Sunday night with Ruthie.
But that was when she was 10 years old.
Uh-huh.
Is she still drinking?
I don't know. She was for a long time, because I got it for her. But,
Yeah.
She's in California.
Yeah, well, that makes a difference when out of sight, out of mind. A lot of people just don't think of it, don't and drop it, and they don't realize it, because it really is hard to think in terms of, will I stay looking 20 years younger or not? People believe plastic surgery, but they don't believe this.
I know, that's crazy, and they don't have to have all those chemicals in their system. And the thing is, it really, really heals. It's amazing how it heals. I don't ever go anywhere. I don't have anything. I'm very healthy. I do not have any aches and pains. And a lot of my friends who were, at least 10 years younger than I am, they have trouble walking and all sorts of things. And I always say, well, you need the tonic. It'll change your life.
And it would too, no matter what they suffer of. We've seen from the hundreds and thousands of stories. But
I know,
you mentioned heal. There is a thing about supplements like this that we can't make any claims, and we've never made any claims.
I know it doesn't. Right.
In point of fact, it does not heal the issue. It just it makes a better body that then heals itself, and that's
exactly.
And that's hard for people to understand as well, because they've never been taught anything like that.
I know, that's the thing.
No doctors ever said anything like that,
No, it's really true. It gives the body power.
Yeah,
power to heal itself, because the body will heal itself. That's why it is the way it is, and that's how it's meant to be. That's how God meant it for us to be. So yes, and you got to have your mind in it too. You got to believe that you can heal. You got to believe that you are well. Got to believe it. what you believe can happen. I mean, I feel great and I do have a ton of energy, but I want to have a ton of energy.
And you
So,
don't, and you never had any health issues over the years?
nope, nope.
Look,
And now I'm doing what I want to do and I am living my life and I am full of happiness and joy. And I'm not letting all that stuff in the past get to me because I want to live. My son, he lives here. I mean, he did, and we got a duplex, so it makes it easy as far as him being here. And I'm so glad he's here. He's a lot of fun. And I think the tonic, and he takes the tonic, and he has since he was probably 11, maybe 11,
and
12.
he still drinks it regularly. Good for him.
Yes. And everybody thinks he's like 30 and he's 48.
Well, he should tell everybody he's creative because of the tonic.
Yeah, he probably is.
Maybe so.
Yes, maybe so. It's very possible that's what it is. Yeah, absolutely. Wow. But I do Pilates. You know that. That's
sure.
my thing. I do it 2 to 3 times a week, and I love it. And I've done it for over 20 years. David used to do it with me, but then he kind of stopped that. But I love that. And so I stay very active. And living here in New York, you walk everywhere. You really look good, you know? You really do. Yeah. I should put my glasses on and double check.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. Then you made my day.
Well, good. I should. I mean, it's amazing. I know. My mom, my mom was on it. She's the one that got me started on it. And Miss McCoy, do you remember Sarah McCoy?
Yep,
that was my mom's best friend. Yep. Yes, she's who got my mom started on it, and then my mother started all of us kids on it.
It works for your mind. Your spirit is glowing, and you are a happy soul, Martha.
Yes.
That is tremendous.
Thank you. Yeah. Yes. Yes.
You drank the tonic, and you've stayed young. That's the key.
Yes.
The youth solution.
Absolutely. You need pictures from me for. You mentioned something about the before and after kind of wanted to use.
Before and after are really tremendous when there's a big difference, but there's not going to be a big difference with you because you just keep looking younger all the time.
Well, that's what they tell me. It was quite a stress on me for taking care of David. That was very stressful. I didn't realize how much it was until after he's gone. In fact, the people in the building, the doorman and the concierge, I learned later that they said we were more worried about you than anything.
Well, I'm sure it tore a strip out of you and made you pretty tired and stressed and all the rest. But it's certainly you've come out of it. It doesn't show now. You know.
Yes, well, that's what they said. You look better than you ever have.
Well.
Yes, that's what they said. I said,
and of course, so you told them because you're drinking the JC, right?
I did, of course. I always say that. I tell everyone.
Now you're up to 3 ounces a day. Yeah.
Well, I probably drink. Yeah, I might drink 3 ounces. Yeah, I do at least 2, but probably 3 because I get it whenever I feel like, oh, okay, I think I need some tonic, and I'll go get it. That kind of thing.
You know, Martha, when I was 75, I was still rollerblading.
That's great.
And I would get up to like 20 miles an hour. I'd be
really.
Oh my God!
My gosh!
Like a maniac.
That's wonderful. Mom and my dad drank it for a long time, and then after she passed away, I couldn't get Dad to drink it anymore. And even she got dementia a little bit, which I didn't understand either, except that one doctor put her on this medication for her heart, which there shouldn't have been anything wrong with that. I don't know. I didn't live in the same city with her, but I was down there all the time. So I don't know what happened with that. But she was pretty religious. Even when she had the dementia, she would drink the tonic, which was great. But I guess.
Well, that story alone, your mother started probably, you said she died, she was 81?
85, she was 88.
88. So she probably started drinking it at least 30 years.
Oh, yeah, at least. I'm trying to think.
Maybe more, maybe even
I was trying to think how old I was. Yeah, she was probably around 40-ish, maybe.
Yeah.
Or 41, 42. Because she didn't even become a nurse till she was 42. Remember, she didn't go to school. And she used to tell us kids, and I was the eldest of 4, and she'd say, "Let me tell you something. When you kids get grown, I am going to be a nurse." I say, "Right, Mom, right. Yes."
Yeah.
I said, "That's great." You know,
And she went and did it. Oh,
yes, I bet you it started at 12 years old. I can remember even younger her saying that. Sure enough, when we got to a certain age, and my 2 brothers were in high school, one was starting. In fact, Malin and she went to the same school because she went to the community college there at EJC, which is now a regular school. It had a nursing program. So, and my brother started out there for I don't know what reason. He was so worried they would be in a class together. He started at the same time. It's hilarious.
Oh, look!
I know.
I'm in class with my mother.
Yes, he was so worried. But he kept trying to say, "But you're not going to be in the same school as me." But yes, that got to be a thing. But yes, he did. I was so proud of her. So
hey, who's the baby you're with? Well, she's my mother. Oh, great.
It was really good. But I'm sure that she was as healthy as she was because she took the tonic, and she swore by it. She would get a swig when she came in. I've watched her more than once. She set a really good example on a lot of things because she was one that, for exercise, I would see her at night. She would not go to bed. Of course, it's not a really good time to do it, but back then they didn't know. And she would do her exercise. She'd be on the floor, carrying, doing whatever. You got to do this. You've always got to
She did it. She did it every day. That's it.
She did it every single day.
Does that?
Yeah.
Everybody who drinks it regularly, their mind all of a sudden gets stress free and anger. And people are angry these days.
They are. I agree.
God, do they ever? They need this just to get rid of the anger.
Just to get rid of the anger is correct.
Yeah.
It's just unbelievable. And it does work. So whatever we can do to get it out there, I push it on my friends. I mean, I always give a bottle. That's what I do. I always donate a bottle to them and then go from there.
Well, you'll never know if you never drank the tonic, would it be different? But I'll bet my last buck that it would be different.
Yeah, I think it would too. I know it would because you can get anything, like if I wake up in the middle of the night, I'll get a swig, even though I took one before I went to bed. And it will calm me back down to, because there has been a lot of stuff I've had to take care of, but I'm much, much better now. I'm okay. But a little time, that anxiety creeps in sometimes, but it kind of takes it away and I go back to sleep. So I'm grateful for it so much.
Boy, I do the same thing. I just have that bottle handy and I take a swig when I need a little pick-me-up. Absolutely.
And the other thing that we need to talk about is the Helena. That cream is amazing.
Isn't it really?
I'm telling you. Yes, I want everyone to know that they need to have that because when you get through, and sometimes, the face can be a little dry here or something when you're putting on, I don't really use makeup, not that, I really don't. I just maybe a little cover. And if you do like this with a little tiny bit of Helena on the end of your finger and tap it, within 2 minutes, your skin just goes smooth. And I discovered that on my own. It's pretty amazing. Yeah, I won't go without it. I'm ordering it all. I always get a case and I go through it pretty fast. And I have shared that too.
So now that you're talking about Helena, tell everybody how old you are because they really won't believe it.
No, they won't. They won't believe that my digits are a 7 and a 5.
In that order.
That's right. So,
Martha, I appreciate you very, very much.
Oh, I appreciate you too. I always love talking to you.
Yeah.
I have my whole life. Yes, you've gotten me through a lot of things. I remember standing outside the car. We were at the doctor's office with David. I was, and in Fort Myers.
When
and
I
was outside the car with you and he was, and I was just so distraught because I couldn't understand why he wasn't getting better and how much tonic he needed to drink, and it has more to do it. And people need to understand their mind's got to be right for it. They believe it works. It does, because it does work. So, but everybody needs Helena. They need to order it like crazy because it is the best stuff ever. It's just unbelievable. And that little trick is really fun. I love to do it. It's almost like magic. You just put it on there and then all of a sudden the pores are just smooth.
And people are spending 5 times more on stuff that doesn't work.
It doesn't work. I think the less is better. And even with it, when you do that, you gotta You don't slop it on. I mean, you put the cream on when you need moisturizer and all. I don't mean, this is an addition. You got to see, you get through making your face or whatever, and then you'll see, oh. And then if you just dot, I always do it. It's a regular thing with me when I finish. And like I say, I don't really wear makeup that much. I really don't. I don't want to. I don't feel like I need to that much. So, and I don't.
Well, all the gals I've spoken to, most of them after a shower, they do the whole body, and every part of the body gets really, people say, oh, is it good for the skin? Is it good for this? I've told people skin is skin. The skin on your face, the skin on your bum, whatever it is.
Yes. Yeah, I take a bath in it too. Yes, I do the same. And that's one of the first things I do when I get up in the morning. Take the tonic, unless it's been just a couple of hours since I took it, because I woke up early. But I always do that. And then the other thing is I put Helena all over my body. I just saturate myself, get some clothes on, and I come downstairs and get my coffee, and I'm good.
Ready to roll.
Yeah. And also it's very good for people who get the dry skin on their heels, which that happens to me. And it makes a big difference on that. I mean, within just a short time, you can be like that and then put some socks on after you've done that. And one time, it's totally improved. I don't know. There's a lot of magic in those things. I know your dad had a lot of love, and you do too, to put into that situation, into that solution. And
well, there's a lot of JC Tonic in the water phase is JC Tonic. So it's got all the good stuff that's in the tonic.
Yeah. And I always think of, and lots of times I think about your mom. And I just am so happy that she did this. I'm very grateful to her, to you, to your father for doing this, because you make a difference in life. And that's huge. There are not very many people that can do that. And you do it with safety, with no worrying about seed oils or any of that mess. It's all such amazing stuff that you do. I can't say enough great things about it.
Wow, that is really nice saying that. But we did do the best we could, and I think so far so good. Not perfect, but look, maybe it is all called JC for a reason.
Yeah, I mean, I cracked me up when you said Jesus Christ. I didn't even think about that until you said that to me. And I said, oh my gosh, I never thought of that. And that's unusual. Why?
And so many people are coming up with it, not me coaching them. They just all of a sudden call it that. And Ruthie called the other day as well.
Yes, she did.
Well, in her case, it must be because it's a miracle looking the way she does.
Oh, unbelievable. And she's healthier. It's just
great. My golly. I mean, so much. Martha, just keep spreading the word.
Okay, I'll do my best.
I appreciate you. I love you, darling.
I love you too.
So there you have it, folks. Last call, fantastic call. And this is a call to action. A call to action in 2024 to get started. Make your New Year's resolutions now. 2025 is going to be a big year. It's going to be a really, really golden era in the United States and the rest of the world. And it is all there waiting for you to pay it forward to help another soul. You've had remarkable results with the tonic yourself. And it is only fitting that you share that with someone else. And if everyone only shares it with two people, you know how the old thing goes. Two people told two people who told two people, and soon you have 8,000 people. So we could cover the world pretty quickly. 85% of the world needs help. Let's do that in 2025. But you can start now. Make it someone's Christmas present. How would that be? A Christmas present of good health. So on that note, I wish you all a very, very great vacation season. Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah. And we will see you in 2025. And don't forget, in the meantime, take an ounce and feel the bounce. Bye for now.
Jurak Classic Whole Body Tonic is a dietary supplement, not a drug. Therefore, it is useful to affect the structure and/or function of your body in various ways, but it is not intended to and will not cure, mitigate, treat, or prevent any disease. Individual testimonials may not be rep everyone's experience and do not constitute scientific evidence. Jurak Corporation does not make any drug or treatment claims for its product.